Yeah, so they'll really want to make sure that they work the points here for the... If they're going to play the joker, you want to make sure that you really assert yourself. Well, we know that Trillin is a great freestyler, and he's now starting to push this third leg, the 100 metres breaststroke, and looking very, very strong down the third leg. I really like the way he's doing his breaststroke. So when he comes into the turn, he'll touch with 2 hands, he'll go under the water, he'll get a bit of a dolphin kick, which you're now allowed, 1 dolphin kick, then the pull through, and then into the breaststroke. I like the way that he's getting a full streamline.
I like the way too. The teams are encouraging, aren't they? They're on their feet. They're not, as we've said earlier, it's not about individuals. They're not sort of resting up for their next race or anything. They're more inclined to encourage and be part of a team. They've set it up well.
Yeah, they have really set it up well with the way that they're working for a team. And suddenly you've got different club swimmers yelling for club swimmers that they'd never, ever cheer for. And that's really important too. And I think the swimmers just really enjoy this format. So if we focus in here on Hamish Trillin, I mean, he's a distance freestyler, a 1,500-metre freestyler, second at the Short Course Nationals. You'll notice a little bit of a 2-beat kick that he's employing, and that's probably indicative of the fact that he is a distance swimmer. So you won't see a lot of momentum out of those legs at the back of the stroke. Maybe if there was a little bit of a swimmer that would move up on him, he'd start engaging his legs a little bit more, but he's got a good lead, 50 metres still to swim.
In second place, Callum Prime of Harlequins, and in third place, Jordan Rahu of Southern MAKOS. They're in the centre of the pool. The rest are quite a distance away, and it's a joker that's been well played for All-Stars Hamish Trillin.
Well, the Harlequins are looking really good here because they're going to take out second and probably also 4. So if you can get 2 swimmers in the top 4, it means that you have eliminated one of the other teams from that top 4 positioning.
So Trillin wins it. In second place, Prime from Harlequins, and third is Rahu Southern MAKOS. Who is going to be fourth? Jack Callagher. We can see him for a moment. Here he goes, finishing up in 4th place. So he gets 12 points to add to Callum Prime's 21, so that's a big race for the Harlequins. But of course, playing the joker, 52 points plus whatever they get for the second swimmer, which I think will be just the 4 points, and that race gets good points for All-Stars.
Yeah, All-Stars, because of the fact only that they played their joker. But if you have a look at the accumulation of points for the Harlequins, I mean, that's they're almost up there with the All-Stars team because of the fact that they got 1st and 4th. So it's a little bit further behind, but you know, it's still 33 points versus 52 plus 4 is 56.
Just watching, the joker has been played by All-Stars on 2 occasions. Here it was Myra Rasmussen. She gets the maximum points, and in the next race it was Hamish Trillin. So let's have a look at the junior team points. There we are, Harlequins with 40, MAKOS 35, Aquatic 38, All-Stars leading with 43. And that shows you again, just repeating the numbers, the points that you do get. 26 for first, down to 4 for 8th.
So that's the juniors, that's the 15 and unders.
Yes. This is event 7 of the 2016 Zonal Championships, being held at the Sir Owen Glenn National Aquatic Centre. Fantastic support from the Brian Perry Charitable Trust, which makes this really possible. First one of these events was held in Wellington, and they brought it to Auckland at the West Wave Aquatic Centre. Now it's at the new national venue, really, the Sir Owen Glen National Aquatic Centre.
It's a beautiful pool. There's no questioning that. The swimmers are delighted with it, and talking to all of them, they feel that it's a fast pool. I mean, it should be too. It's 10 lanes. It's 2.2 metres deep. The deeper the pool, the faster it is. John, having a look at the middle of the pool here, you'll see that there are some blue lane ropes and there are some yellow lane ropes. The yellow lane ropes in a normal race indicate lane 4 and lane 3. Lane 4 is always designated to the fastest swimmer coming through from the heats. Lane 3 is the second fastest. Of course, that's not going to be the case here today because we're swimming in teams and your selection of the lanes is just random. But traditionally, the yellow lanes indicate the fastest swimmer in lane 4, and they are matched by the 2 yellow lanes, and then lane 3 again the 2 yellow lanes that you swim by.
So it's under the 200 freestyle, and it's Summer Milne way up at the top from Harlequins. Down in lane 4, Rudy Edset of Aqua Knights, Madeline Falconer of Harlequins in 5. We've got Chelsea Edwards in 3 from All Stars. Those are the ones in the centre of the pool.
Well, Chelsea Edwards is doing a tremendous job, but also so in lane number 8. The outside, you refer to that in a normal national meet as the outside smoker, Olivia Corrin from the Aqua Knights team. And in fact, she is out in front. Just the reflection of the sun, a beautiful day here in Auckland.
Yes, that's something that they won't often get in an indoor pool, because there is one end of the pool which is a see-through. It allows the daylight to come through the sun, and it's coming down nicely into lane 8 there, and it's maybe helping Olivia Corrin of Aqua Knights to come to the wall here and touch first. So a good win here for Aqua Knights' Olivia Corrin. Second place, Chelsea Edwards. And in third, it's Falconer in lane number 5, Madeleine Falconer of Harlequins. So Aqua Knights, All Stars, Harlequins, they're the top 3 place getters. MAKOS, Harlequins, All Stars. So looking at those points, good swim for MAKOS with 1st and 5th points. Well, they'll be happy with that. Harlequins getting 2nd and 7th. And it's very hard for us to keep track of the points as the races go on, but we'll update them regularly for you. And you will be able to keep track of how your particular team is getting on here. Remember, it's zonals. There are 4 zones. The Southern MAKOS are the South Island team, with swimmers from the West Coast, from Nelson. Notice it's a couple from Ashburton, one from Timaru. There are swimmers from the clubs in Christchurch and Otago. Southland, of course. This here is the over 16 or 16 and over 200 freestyle.
Well, the real swimmer to watch is in lane number 3, Samantha Lucy Smith from the Harlequins. 2012 Olympian, went to the 2014 Commonwealth Games. Unfortunately missed the Olympic Games in 2016 and is desperately, not 2016, the Worlds in 2015, but desperately wanting to train here now to go into the Olympic Games in Rio of this year.
Another national representative, Laura Quilter, down here in lane 7 from Harlequins as well.
Yeah, more of a sprinter, Laura Quilter. It's going to be interesting to see how well she holds on. But she looks really good, Laura Quilter, in lane number 7. I just like the way that she's been pretty tenacious, 22-year-old. She's just hung in there with New Zealand swimming. She's represented New Zealand on numerous occasions and looking very, very strong. Harlequins having a good day in this event. First so far, and turning in 2nd position, it is Samantha Lucy Smith. Another swimmer to watch out for is in lane number 5. She holds 7 Wellington records. She's more known in the distance events, but she just seems to be overshadowed completely here.
Quilter and Samantha Lucy Smith, 2 national representatives. They're the ones who are leading this at the moment. That's Harlequins, Laura Quilter through first. Up in the top in lane 3, Samantha Lucy Smith.
Well, they're both teammates, Samantha Lucy Smith and Laura Quilter. They both went to the 2014 Commonwealth Games. but it isn't today. It is going to be Laura Calder, because this meet isn't about times. You know, it's not about times. We've got to stress that, so you can really put the stopwatch away. It's about where you finish in your field of 8, and it is now the 2 Harlequins coming in first and second, so that is absolutely maximum points. And finishing in the top 2, they eliminate one of the other teams because they cannot finish in the top 4.
Yeah. The Harlequins. There's Samantha Lucy Smith.
So All Stars completely eliminated.
Second equal. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Harlequins and Aquanites second equal in that touch. So we move on now to event number 8, and this is the men's 15 and under 200 free. So let's have a look at the starters for you. You're not picking up the names because we're talking about teams so much, and it is good to see, particularly in the youth, the juniors. Some of them haven't been here before. You won't have seen them. They're young and just starting. Chris Johnson from Aquanites is in lane 1. George Smith of Harlequins in 2. Henry Rollinson, Harrison Neal, Rollinson from MAKOS, Neal from All Stars in lane 4. Lachlan O'Connor from Aquanites is in 5. Ike Shibuya of Harlequins is in 6. Riley Taylor in 7 from Southern MAKOS, and Bronson Lloyd of All Stars is in 8. There we are, the black cap of All Stars. That's being worn by both Harrison Neal and Bronson Lloyd. Bronson Lloyd there sitting down waiting for the start. He's in lane 8.
He's only a young 13-year-old. Keep an eye on Lachlan O'Connor from the Aquanites in lane number 5.
Well, a lot of these swimmers have been to national age groups. They've done a lot of competitive swimming, even though, as Mark said, you know, a 13-year-old in there, and Bronson Lloyd of the All Stars. But here they are racing in this event, which will be somewhat foreign to them. They're out there to win, of course, and do their best for their team, for their zone. Stars Bronson Lloyd, he's from Pororua City Aquatics, swimming out of lane 8, but out in the centre of the pool there. You can see the Aquanites cap of Lachlan O'Connor in lane 5. Shibuya of Harlequins alongside him in the white. It's these two who'll come to the wall first.
And also the Aquanites in lane at number 1 going very well is Chris Johnson, the other 15-year-old. So we're at the halfway stage, and boy, you could put a blanket over the first 3. O'Connor, Shibuya and Johnson. O'Connor and Johnson from Aquanites, Shibuya from the Harlequins.
Shibuya wearing the white cap just slightly in front of O'Connor at the moment. The rest are catching up. Chris Johnson, you see there in lane 3. Henry Rollinson of Southern MAKOS might have moved into 3rd or perhaps 3rd equal, or just behind Aquanites Johnson, so he holds that 3rd place for the moment. Looking for a good double here.
Yeah, this is going to be a really important last 30 metres, and we've got Shibuya just trying to hang on from O'Connor, who's coming up very, very fast, starting to put in the big kick, but Shibuya just a little bit tidier, a little bit more fluid. Shibuya, the 14-year-old from the Harlequins, is going to take out the gold for Harlequins. Oh, here comes O'Connor again. That's very close at the finish, but Shibuya holding on. 2:00.5.
Well, he was a top male swimmer, individual at the 2015 national age groups with 6 gold and a silver. And there he is to the right of your screen. He's won this event just ahead of Lachlan O'Connor of Aquanites.
Nice finish too. In 3rd position was Henry Rollinson. We didn't really mention him from the Southern MAKOS, but he had a very good last 50 metres.
So Harlequins 1st and 4th. Aquanites 2nd and 5th. That's a good finish, a very good finish for these two. They battled it out throughout. Harlequins getting maximum points here. Now we're up to the 16 and over. Men's 200 free. Chris McFadden, MAKOS in 1. Cameron Blair, All-Stars in 2. Julian Ware, AQUA Knights. Ewan McKenzie, Harlequins in 4. Sam McKenzie, MAKOS. Kyle Barnes, All-Stars in 6. Matt Hyde of AQUA Knights in 7. And Kuhn Smith of Harlequins down at the bottom of your screen, just getting on his blocks there. The white cap in lane 8. Ewan Jackson out of lane 4 starts very well for the Harlequins team. Julian Ware won't be far off him in lane 3. Now the other side is Sam McKenzie of MAKOS. This could be a very good race. Well, they all could be. Most of them are.
Well, Ewan Jackson, you'd hope, is going to dominate this event. He represented New Zealand the 2012 World Championships. He's been part of our relay team at the Commonwealth Games. He was second at the Nationals last year in the 200 metres freestyle. So if New Zealand is hoping to post a relay team to the Olympic Games, he will really want him to be making a statement here today. And, of course, getting himself ready for those Olympic trials in this pool in 6 weeks' time. And notice a real catch-up in Ewan Jackson's stroke in lane number 4 as he comes through the halfway stage in a 54.50. It's about a 1:49 200 metres freestyle. I think that's about his best time. But we're not really looking at how fast he's swimming today. I mean, he would want him to be swimming tough and hard and racing as fast as he can, in the fact that he's getting ready for this 200 freestyle for the Olympic trials. So it is good to see him racing so strong.
I think we might see up at the top of the screen now as Chris McFadden was making a bit of an impact, but not getting into that top 4 yet. Turning down is Ewan Jackson, looking very solid, as Mark Boners mentioned. Sam McKenzie of MAKOS is still in second place.
Well, I like Sam McKenzie, the way he strokes. I mean, look at him. He's only 16 years of age, so he's racing swimmers. Ewan Jackson, 22, and he's got a lot of improvement. But I just like the way he strokes. He seems to hold his form really well. But Ewan Jackson, let's not take anything away from him, as he comes with a 1:53. Sam McKenzie coming in second position, so he'll be delighted with that.
Well, he's from Tasman and representing MAKOS. Sam McKenzie gets second behind the very good Ewan McKenzie. Well, gosh, in a month's time or 5 weeks' time, when we're back for the Nationals, which will be live on Sky, we're looking forward to some very top world-class performances here as we look forward to selecting the Olympic team. Right from the start, this was a previous race, outside lane that was, and lane 8, as we've mentioned. It doesn't matter. It's a random choice for lanes here. This was Quilter winning the most recent race. Juniors, Shibuya winning that one. And then finally we've just seen the 16 and over 200 metres free. So junior team points now progress. We see All-Stars with 109. And then it's a Harlequins 83, MAKOS and AQUA Knights 3rd and 4th. I think we've got a joker coming up for you in the next race, so that points will change.
Yeah, it is a joker swim. Kaylee Jackson representing the Southern MAKOS in this 100 metres of breaststroke.
She swam in the relay, which opened the meeting. So 15 and under, 100 breaststroke. Chelsea Parker up at the top. Ella Jameson, Connor Tarrant, Kaylee Jackson from MAKOS in 4 with the Joker's cap. Shemansky of All-Stars, Gina McCarthy, Victoria McTagg, and Hannah Bates. So 100 breaststroke only, just 2 laps of the pool. So if you're wearing the Joker's cap, you've got to be right up near the front. And Kaylee Jackson is there or thereabouts, but not quite in the lead at the moment.
Well, she's the New Zealand age group champion last year in the 50, the 100, and second in the 200 metres breaststroke. But it looks as if the Joker is going to be beaten here. She's just given up too much over the first 50 metres. She seemed to have a big pause in her stroke. She seems to be now increasing that stroke rate. Look at the stroke rate just increased significantly. A big glide. She's coming back here now, but it is still in lane number 5. Shella Samiski from the All-Stars team.
Szymanski it is who leads, but there's a big fight back from the woman with the Joker's cap on. And what a second 50 from Kaylee Jackson. Is she going to race it out? Is she going to? MAKOS get it. Kaylee Jackson from a long way back has come up and taken advantage of her ranking and also the Joker's cap. But my word, she played that close to the wire.
Well,
look at this.
I watched her over the first 50 and I thought, boy, is she gliding way too long. She looked as if she was doing a 200 metres breaststroke, but she led in that last stroke. She just leaned into the wall.
Leaving it right till the last.
0.01 of a second.
Between Jackson and Szymanski, Southern MAKOS and All-Stars.
0.01 of a second gets you 52 points versus 21 for second.
You could only fit about 9 words in that time. 100 breaststroke, women 16 and over. Holly Parker, Harlequins way up at the top.
Another Joker.
Yeah.
Lane 3.
So that's Bronner Ryan from All-Stars. So in lane 3, Kendall Reedy is next to her in lane 4 from Aquanites. Sasha McCormick-Gert is down here in lane number 8. Maggie Burns of All-Stars is in 7. Caitlin Delaney is up there in 6. Mary Tate is in 5. Kendall Reedy in 4. Bronner Ryan is in 3. And out in front at the moment with the Joker's cap on, Devon Hamilton of MAKOS is in 2. And up at the top, it's Holly Parker of Harlequins.
Well, Bronner Ryan, she is wearing the Joker's cap from the All-Stars team, the 22-year-old in lane number 3. She was 3rd at the National Opens last year in the 50 breaststroke. How's she going to hold this together over the 100 metres? She turns first. She has a slight advantage.
Yes, she does. And alongside of her, Kendall Reedy, Mary Tate as well. 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Further out still though is Caitlin Delaney of Southern MAKOS just coming into shot now. But Bronner Ryan looks as though she will hold on, or will she? The attacks are coming at her, particularly
Caitlin Delaney from the Southern MAKOS just coming back, but I know. Here we go. The Joker. Boy, these coaches have done a good job with the Joker so far.
Touch and win for Bronner Ryan of All-Stars. And All-Stars take maximum double points. 52 points out of this race in the women's 100 breaststroke. And the winner, Bronner Ryan, a spout of water for victory. The All-Stars coming from Wellington, Manawatu, Wairarapa, Wanganui, those sorts of areas, the Kapiti Coast. And that's the All-Stars team. They take 52 points for the first and get another 8 points for 6, so 60 points in this race. So the most recent points we had in the seniors was All-Stars Harlequins 129, All-Stars 115, MAKOS 112, and Aquanites 96. That was the seniors. We'll get an update on that for you soon. And I'll give you the most recent we had for the juniors as we look at now the men's 100 breaststroke under 15.
Josh Gilbert has also got it wearing the Joker cap in lane number 3 from the Aquanites. Now he holds the New Zealand age group record in the 50, the 100 and the 200 metres breaststroke for 14 years.
Well, it is. It must be interesting discussions between the coaches, and there are some outstanding coaches here. We will chat about some of those as we go on, but working out who's really going to win, because they have to win really to make the Joker card worthwhile.
Absolutely, and you know, you're talking about 15 and under as well, and you know, 15 and under is just their psyche. You're just never quite sure what they're going to bring to the table when they race. But we're seeing really good swimming here. Breaststroker and young Josh Gilbert. I've always watched him over the years, and I like the way he swims this breaststroke.
It's down in lane 8 where you can't quite see him at the moment. Thomas Hewson of Harlequins, here he goes in the white cap. He looks to be in second, maybe third. It could be Harlequins second and third in this, which will be a good finish for them, with Bailey Wang in second place. But touching and getting to 52 points, Josh Gilbert of Aqua Knights. Second and third to Harlequins, fourth to Aqua Knights as well, so that's a very good result for them. First and fourth.
Yeah, really good result. I mean, that's as, you know, it's probably as good as you often can get. First and fourth, so you've won the top end of the scale, and then you've of the four losers down there, you've also won that. Although Harlequins in second and third, that's a tremendous result for them. But I like the fact that 107.64 for Josh Gilbert. That's a good time at this stage in the season.
So this is non-stop swimming here tonight at the Sir Owen Glenn National Aquatic Centre, Mairangi Bay in Auckland, and we've seen some top performances and some very clever Joker work from the coaches here. Aqua Knights, their coaches are Aidan Withington, Noel Hargrave Booth, Amy Woodhead and Frank Wiley. Getting ready now for men's 16 and over 100 breaststroke. Can't see, no Joker cap in this slide. But Hamish Trillin, starting in lane 8, has worn the Joker cap previously. He's starting in 8. Matthew Phillips of Southern MAKOS as we go from left to right. Jacob Garrett of Harlequins. Elliot London Moore of Aqua Knights. Ben Walsh is in lane 4, All-Stars. George Schroeder, Southern MAKOS. Daniel Gregory Campbell, Harlequins. Jack Weston up at the top in lane 1, and he's from Aqua Knights.
Breaststroke's a really interesting stroke. It's a stroke that takes a lot of feel on it. And when you're in heavy training, often your stroke changes significantly. Your timing is out a little bit. You feel heavy in the water. Because they're pushing such big weights through their legs, 70% of the power comes from the legs. It's very hard to get good rhythm, good form in breaststroke. But the top qualifier is Ben Walsh, the fastest swimmer here. He swims about a 102 normally in the 100 breaststroke. Also, George Schroeder in lane number 3 swims about a 102 as well. And Schroeder it is that is just dominating the last part, but going very well is Jacob Gilbert in lane 6. But it is Schroeder in lane number 3 representing the Southern MAKOS.
And he'll knock about 20 seconds off when he shaves down. George Schroeder, of course, we'll often talk about him at the Nationals because he's from Hokitika, swims over to the Hokitika Club, but trains elsewhere and swimming for the MAKOS.
So 103, I think they have to do a 59 high or 100 to be able to qualify for the Olympic Games.
Here we go to the next event already. Swimmers are clearing quickly though. You see it's George Schroeder, MAKOS getting top points out of that race. Women's under 15, 200 butterfly we're into now. So the next 4 races, we just do the same event for junior women, senior women, junior men, senior men. When we get into the 400s, there's juniors and seniors mixed up. MAKOS cap from Emma McClay there was in lane 6, and she comes out strongly too, swimming in lane 6. Kate Sims to her left in All-Stars in lane 7, and Caitlin Steedman of Aqua Knights is in 8. Going to the centre of the pool, you see Kiana Swan from Harlequins in the white cap, and alongside of her, Aqua Knights' Grace Sue Jun. Lucy England of ALLSTARS, Leah Bergquist of MAKOS, and up at the top, Eve Thomas of HARLEQUINS. In the centre of the pool, line market, it's two very fine young swimmers, and Kiana Swain and Grace Soo-Chun.
Yeah, Kiana Swain, she's only 14 years of age, swims out of the Pukekohe club. Pukekohe has really started to produce some very good young age group swimmers. What they've got to do is transfer that now into the senior open level, but they're doing a great job there in the Pukekohe club. It's a club that we haven't seen over the years do anything, and suddenly they're coming out of the woodwork now. They're producing some great age group swimmers.
So HARLEQUINS, AQUA Knights. HARLEQUINS leading, AQUA Knights second. Down at the bottom here, we can see another AQUA Knights cap. That's Caitlin Steedman. She'll turn in third place. Just alongside of her, Kate Sims of ALLSTARS. They're the first four. Women's 200 fly, under 15.
Yeah, 105 through the first 100 metres at this time in the season. That's a little bit fast. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold this up at all. You're going to see a big piano come down on a few of these girls, because that's a pretty fast 100 metres. Of course, we're dealing with 15 and unders here, swimming a 200 butterfly. They'll be pretty